Yeah, what's going on? I know this is a different view. I just want you to see what DC life is about. Just like something different for you to look at, a different view. Yeah, I don't think too many people do this, so you can just watch them and listen to me. But I am here. If you don't see me yet, I'm over in a corner. But right now I'm going to talk about how I'm able to travel. And this might seem funny. It's going to be literally what I do so that I'm able to travel. So first of all, I got the idea to travel from just seeing so many people on Instagram travel, and I'm like, how are they doing this? Then I just start looking it up. I just start simply Googling it, different prices, and then Airbnbs. I don't even have the money yet, but I'm looking up flights and Airbnbs and planning out fake trips and seeing how much it would cost, and if I were to eat and how I were to be traveling there. I just literally imagine myself there and what all that I would need, and then I put it all together. And it's time consuming. It actually takes time, another chore would do. Chore would take. If you wash clothes, or if you wash dishes, or if you go to work, or whatever you do, it takes time, and it kind of feels funny that you're not able to do it. Window shopping, it kind of feels funny that you're not able to actually fulfill what you're doing at the moment, but you have to play it out to be able to see how it's able to be done, or how you would like it, or just picture yourself there as in expectation. So I was DMing people on Instagram. I was finding all these clients because I had a studio space in Maryland, and I was figuring out how to get clients, and I finally figured, okay, hey, I can DM people. So I'm DMing people all over the DMV, DC, Maryland, Virginia, and then one day I'm whoa, I got this brilliant idea, duh, Ebony, if you're DMing people in DC, Maryland, and Virginia, 3 different places, you can easily DM people in other states, you know what I mean? So it's just something that's easy to do. So I would just simply get on Instagram and find people, go on hashtags DC artists, Maryland artists, Virginia artists, or DC singer, DC rapper, DC graphic designer, DC whatever. So I just started doing the same for out of state. And so one thing that I did, which you'll be able to, maybe you already know within the other videos, is that I got into a niche. And so because I got niche specific, and I got into the entrepreneurial, the millennial entrepreneurial, Forex trainers, Forex sellers and stuff like that, I got into one niche. It was easier for me. So instead of finding artists and singers, and maybe I could have been looking up soccer players, I could have been looking up sewers and fashion designers and people who play cricket. I can look up anything on Instagram, right? But I just started looking up in my niche, I started looking at the speaker events, because my niche tends to have a lot of events right now. That's what's trending. We have these networking events where 10 speakers speak or 20 speakers speak, depending on how many days it is. And then, they network, and, you socialize, you spend the night, you go out and party, whatever the case might be. And so they follow the speakers, and I just go to the speakers they follow and just DM them. And so they'd be coming from out of state. It's they did the work for me. I found a loophole where I didn't have to go hashtags and find the best person and the ideal client. And I was able to, they gave me the information. And it's it was only 20 speakers, so I only have 20 people. It's 20 perfect people, rather than me having to go through 200 people to find 20 or something like that. And so I would go and I would ask them, do you need a videographer for this gig, or for the speaking event? if you do, this is my price, this is what we have to offer, this is why we're different from everyone else. And that's pretty much it. So the more people I ask, the more like times I fail, and the more times you fail, you can then win, you know what I mean? So like your win comes faster the more you fail, that's what I meant. And so by me getting more no's, I ended up getting like one yes, and so from there I ended up getting more yeses, but like it was like a gradual, you know, elevation. And so I still get a lot of no's, but like now I just need, is because my price is increasing, now I just need to go in a different niche, you know what I mean? It's time to switch niches, or to expand, not switch per se. We can stay in this niche but also add an additional niche. It's like we've been able to conquer one, like, you know, we've been able to come in to Math 101 and pass that, so now we're into Math 102. Let's see. So how I'm able to actually travel. Once I get that yes, I drop my things. And most times they're like last minute yeses. And I just Google it. I Google my flight. I Google DC to New York, or DC to Florida, or DC to Las Vegas. And I look for the cheapest price. Yes. And I got permission from the builder. Yeah, yes. Yeah.
What's your name?
Ebony. Ebony. Sturdivant.
Huh?
Ebony Sturdivant. Okay. So once you get the information from Google, you get the cheapest amount. And then from the cheapest amount, like if sometimes the apps work, but sometimes it's not worth your time. Like you gotta think that like your time, you pay for your time as well. Like one of the reasons why I don't work as well is because I have a part-time job, because that's guaranteed money, is because of the time that it takes. So it's like you wanna like make this quick. For me to type into Google DC to Las Vegas or something like that, and I'm sorry, I just got it way thrown off. But for me to type into Google, like that's like 5 seconds. It's like really quick, you know what I mean? So it's like downloading an app and going, putting in the days again, and then like it's just way too much information. It's just like it's too much energy. So you might as well just stop at Google. Once you get to Google, you go on Airbnb. I never do hotels because Airbnbs are just, for last minute, sometimes hotels work. You just have to fish around and don't spend too much time. But for the most part, Airbnb is going to be your absolute best bet because you get the whole entire house. The benefit from getting the benefit from getting the whole entire house is now you have more space. You know, you're able to cook if you like. You're able to chill out. You have more free space for the same amount. You know what I mean? Yes, you get complimentary breakfast at the hotels, and you get a gym and you get a pool. But depending on where you go, the Airbnb might just have a pool. Forget your gym. Sorry for all the workout heads out there, but it's just better. And then if you get a nice one, you can make content around that house. That's what I always do. I always, like a lot of people, another thing, a lot of people have an event in the house. If they need to go to that state, they get a nice one, they get an event, make people pay for the event, they come to the event, and then they pay it off. But me, what I was saying was I make content around the house. So I just make various videos around the house, maybe jump in the pool, make a cool video doing something like that, just anything to that effect. But yeah, the Airbnb is definitely the way to go. I just went to New York like a week ago or something like that, and I Toro'd a car. Turo is like Airbnb for cars, and so I was able to rent the car for like $247 or something like that. Thank you. For like $247 for 3 days or 5 days or something. Yeah, it was 5 days for like $300, and that is absolutely nothing if you're paying for transportation and Ubers everywhere. Like it definitely is way better price wise. And then food, you just bring your own groceries in the car, and that way I'm a videographer, so I always need like massive equipment. So if you want to catch like the mega bus to New York, that's like $5 to $20, $5 to $30 depending on how late you get it. So it might be just beneficial for you to just drive $5 if it was in the city. But I went to the Hamptons, and that was like, I not Googled, but I like asked Uber how much the Uber was to the Hamptons from the city, and it was like $200. And when Ubers are like that, you can't even get a driver for real. So like, it was just like unreasonable. But if your job's in the city, like you just make sure, like don't be bougie and always think you have to catch a flight. Like I always catch buses to New York, buses to New York. So yeah, like. Yeah. Other than that, I always recommend like finding like, and that's why you want to be friends to many, so you can like go stay with a friend that you just met, or like a friend that you didn't just meet, you know, and you don't have to pay anything like that. But sometimes I do want to get that content. And I always look on Airbnb. I look up the address to where I'm going. I put it in Google Maps. I look at the map and see where it is, and then I go on the Airbnb map and I like zoom it out, and then I look to see how close it is to where I actually have to go, and I try to get one closest, because you still have to catch an Uber if you're not able to get a Turo, which sometimes Ubers are better than Toros because you still have to provide gas for the Toros, and you have tolls as well depending on where you're going. So yeah, but traveling is easier than you think. And like my trip to New York cost me like maybe less than $500. I had like $1,000 worth of gigs, so I made like $500. But yeah, sometimes credibility is better than making money. I've worked for free for a long time, and I've offered people all the time, like I'll come to wherever you are, and they don't pay me, and I just figure it out, because like it's just like not buying a pair of shoes 1 month, or not buying food for a week or something. It's simple. Like you just make the money, close an extra deal, figure it out. That's it.